sejahtera. My name is Gayatri Anak Perempuan A. Sundara Rajan with MTRIX number 920117 065636001 and I'm from OUM Negeri Sembilan. Today I would like to present a video presentation for a subject Dynamics of Adjustment ABPC3103 for the topic Personality Development during Childhood. First of all, let me see what is a personality development and the importance of childhood in personality formation. Personality development is the gradual formation of individuals' unique pattern of thoughts, emotion, and behavior that make them distinct. Personality development begins in childhood and continues throughout the life as individuals adapt to new experience. Early experiences help to shape enduring traits such as emotional stability, empathy, self-confidence, and also independence. Personality affects how we respond to challenges, form relationships, and perceive the world around us. Usually it results from the interaction of biological traits, psychological processes, and social influences such as family, culture, and also environment. So basically, childhood lays the foundation for emotional, cognitive, and social growth. So what are the influence of various theoretical perspectives on development of personality during childhood? First one is biological perspective. Biological perspective focuses on genetic inheritance, temperament, and neurological factors. Personal traits such as emotional reactivity, temperament, and sociability usually partly inherited from parents. Temperament refers to innate aspects of child's personality such as activity level, adaptation, and mood. It appears early in infancy and form a biological groundwork for later personality traits. The development of neural connection during childhood affect attention, empathy, and also self-control. Biological predisposition do not act alone. Environmental factors such as parenting style, nutrition, sometimes stress, can also suppress or enhance certain traits. For example, a naturally anxious child can develop a coping skill with supportive parents which can altering the traits expressions. We go for the second one is psychodynamic perspective. Let me start with Freud's theory of psychosexual development, where Freud proposed that personality develops through a series of psychosexual stages such as oral, anal, phallic, latency, and also genital. Each stage focuses on the satisfaction of instinctual drive such as feeding, control, and relationship. In early experiences, especially with caregivers, where creates unconscious desires, fears, defenses that will influence later actions and relationships. The second theory is Erikson's psychosocial theory of development. There are 4 stages that occurs in childhood. First one is trust versus mistrust, where developing a sense of security and trust in caregivers. Second one is autonomy versus shame and doubt, usually in toddlerhood, where learning independence and self-control. Third one is initiative versus guilt, usually in preschool, where developing confidence in initiating action. The fourth one is industry versus inferiority, usually in school age, where building competence through learning and also social interactions. We go to third perspective, which is lifespan. The childhood provides an emotional and cognitive base, and other stages refine self-concept, coping skills, and also identity. Lifespan approach emphasized plasticity, the ability to change and adapt personality traits over time. Supportive environment, learning, and therapy can foster positive personality change even after childhood difficulties. The fourth perspective is traits. It focuses on measuring and identifying consistent patterns of behavior, thoughts, and emotions that defines an individual's personality. Traits are enduring characteristics that describe how a person typically think, feel, and behave. Traits like social ability, honesty, or anxiety show how an individual can be differ from one another in consistent ways. These early traits often predict later behaviors and social outcomes like confidence and responsibility. These clearly mean that basic personality tendencies such as extraversion, agreeableness, and conscientiousness can be observed in early childhood. The fifth one is social cognitive perspective. It highlights the importance of learning, observation, and cognitive processes in shaping personality during childhood. Children learn behaviors, attitude, and emotional responses by observing others, especially parents, teachers, and peers. This process, known as observational learning, like Bandura, which helps children to adopt social behaviors and moral values they see being rewarded. Bandura proposed that behaviors and personal factors like emotion, thoughts, and environmental all influence one another. For example, a child's confidence, which is personal factor, affect how they behave at school, which influence how their teachers and peers respond, which is environment factor. That means cognitively children develop self-control and ability to manage thoughts, emotion, and behaviors through feedbacks and learning. The last one is humanistic perspective. It emphasizes that children are naturally motivated to develop positive self-concept when nurtured in positive environment. According to Abraham Maslow, every individual has an inner drive to reach their fullest potential, and it's called as self-actualization. Children strive to learn, create, and express themselves when their basic needs are met, like safety, love, and belonging. The humanistic approach sees children as an active agent who can make choices and shape their own development. Encouraging autonomy and allowing children to make decisions foster motivation, maturity, and also self-control. This perspective considers as the whole person, not just the behavior and cognitions. So, what are the trauma, neglect, and adverse childhood experiences that can impact personality? Let's go. Trauma or neglect during early childhood can affect a child's ability to recognize, express, and manage emotions. Children who are exposed to constant stress may develop anxiety, anger, and withdrawal tendencies, which influence long-term personality traits such as mistrust and emotional instability. Neglect or inconsistent caregiving can lead to insecure attachment style, making it hard for the children to build a trustable relationship later in life. They may develop personality pattern characterized by fear of abandonment, emotional dependence, or avoidance of closeness. Children who experiences abuse, rejections, and criticism may internalize negative belief about themselves. Between low self-worth can manifest as shyness, aggressions, or perfectionism. Traits becomes ingrained in their personality. So, let me conclude my presentation today. The value, habit, and emotional pattern learned in childhood form a groundwork for the lifelong decision making and also behaviors. Personality development is not the result of single factor. It's shaped by biological, psychological, and social influences. Theories from Freud, Erikson, Bandura, and also Maslow highlight difference yet interconnected the pathway of development. Positive parenting and supportive relationship encourage confidence, empathy, and resilience in children. Early trauma, neglect, or instability can hinder the formation of healthy personality, while care, encouragement, and education can strengthen it. Both positive and negative childhood experiences leave lasting imprints. Last but not least, here are some words from me. Childhood is not just a phase of life, but it is a blueprint of personality. What we nurture in children today determines the kind of individual and society we build tomorrow. Thank you.